Hello and welcome to another W-filled episode of Bodied, a Cloud9 Fancast. I'm your host Havokpus. I'm joined by my host Frozencreek. How's it going?
It's going good. I do have one major complaint today. They are nerfing a rejuvenation bead
Oh no.
for patch 11.14 or something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
So out of whatever patch they're on, they're increasing the price to 300 gold and making it rejuvenate 100% health per second or whatever. I'm kind of annoyed because buying the tank item plus 3 rejuve beads in ARAM was OP as hell. So
Now
it
you
kind
can't do
of
it anymore.
ruins that. So not ideal, but we will make do.
You'll persevere.
Did you watch the Super Bowl?
I did. I thought it was a pretty good game.
Yeah, it was. It did suck to see Joe Burrow get not get sacked, but rushed on that last fourth down because it could have been a better ending, but yeah, we'll take it. It was still a good game.
Yeah, it was still pretty exciting. I really enjoyed it just because it wasn't like a blowout or anything, and it was pretty close throughout the most part. I was really wanting Joe Burrow to come through and get that Super Bowl win, but just didn't happen.
Yeah, I know. Since we're both old, what did you think of a halftime show?
I thought it was fun. It was pretty fun that they played like a lot of the they played a lot of the hits uh from like a lot of those artists. So it was pretty fun. I was kind of surprised to see 50 Cent not only there but doing the thing where he like was hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah, I know that was super hype. Actually, uh, Candy Shop is one of my karaoke songs.
Candy Shop's great. I don't think they played he sang it
No,
though. He did
he just
he
did it
did
in the
in the
club.
club.
Yeah,
That's what he did.
yeah, but I still support him because of Candy Shop and in the club and showing up unannounced upside down for the halftime show.
Yeah, that was pretty
Also good.
awesome.
But I think that's enough non esports stuff because we have plenty of championship related stuff to talk for
Yeah,
Cloud9.
we were picking up the W's this weekend. The Halo team, by God, they're unstoppable. They won the Anaheim tournament, Anaheim Halo tournament, and they crushed it. They really didn't have too much of a hard time. I think they maybe only went a full 5 games, maybe once. I think, and then that was maybe versus Fnatic in the I can't remember if it was the quarterfinals or the semifinals,
Yeah, something like that.
something like that. But
Uh,
they crushed it, and it's crazy that they've like remained undefeated in sort of like tournament play or whatever for the longest
oh, I
time
know.
now.
Uh, one of the tweets that Cloud9 put out, it was like back to back to back to back to back to back champions or something.
Yeah, there was like 7 backs in there.
Yeah. Which is pretty cool to see. Did you get a chance to watch any of it?
I did. I actually watched a little bit of it. We're just too good.
I watched some of the first round game. I think it was the first game that we played, and there were no commentators. I had no clue what
It
was
was just
going on.
quiet.
Yeah, it was just quiet, just gameplay, and I had no clue,
Oh
what was
jeez.
happening. But I will have to tune in a different time when there's commentary so I can figure out what's going on because I honestly had no clue what they were like trying to do. So is it just kill everyone?
It depends on the game mode. Because they I think how it works is they'll play like Slayer, and then they'll play like Oddball, then they'll play like the control point one, and then they'll play like
Oh
Capture the
yeah.
Flag. Like so, they have a
Mhm.
couple different game modes that they kind of do for each sort of game for that match. So it's not just
Oh,
Slayer for the entire match.
okay. I think I saw some Slayer because I had no clue what was going on. Um, but I will rectify that and rewatch them again. What did you think of the matches that you saw?
I think it was pretty fun. It was pretty exciting. I know watching the grand finals match with Optic. Um, it was pretty exciting. I know we would like we were close to closing out. I think on one game, but then Optic. I think it was maybe Oddball. I can't. Or was it Slayer? I can't remember. There was a game where it's like, okay, we just have to win this, and then we win. But then they beat us. But then we beat them in Oddball, I think. So it was one of those things where we needed an extra game. But it was really exciting. I really like our Halo team because we just there's something about how we play. I guess that none of the other teams can kind of compete with at the moment. So we just kind of run in and do whatever it is that we do, and uh, and then we just win.
Yeah. I didn't get a chance to watch a ton of it. I didn't have an incredibly busy weekend, but I do know the finals. Oh, weren't they on during the Super Bowl?
It was like right after.
Oh, okay. I was going to bed. I'm old. I ain't on California time yet.
You and
So
your aging.
yeah, I know. I'm 30 now. It happens. But besides Halo, we also had one Valorant game for the VCT Challengers series
Yeah,
qualifier.
yeah, it was yeah, this is for the VCT Challengers Stage 1 main event group stage. I
Yes.
hate how they really need to name these better.
Yes, they do.
How they do it's really bad. But we played against 100 Thieves. Supposedly 100 Thieves has like a new-ish roster. Um so with that in mind, it was kind of an easy game. I wasn't too surprised that we won. And it was I don't know, it was a good match. I can't remember it, to be honest with you. But we played on Split and went 13-10. And honestly, that's really just because Split is so like defensive sided that it's like, why would you allow this to to be a thing?
Oh yeah.
But then Breeze we won like 13-6. So it was really pretty much an easy game.
Yeah, I think I watched a little bit of it, not a lot. I think I had somewhere to be, but they're back in action this weekend too for the same event. It's taking place over quite a long time, which is kind of weird, but I guess it do be like that. They play Saturday, except I in my in infinite wisdom, I didn't say who they were playing, so screw that one up.
Just keep an eye out for Saturday. They're gonna be
Yes,
doing something.
and there was actually no time on that either, so I do not know what time, or I would have made a note of that one. I do know that much for sure. But looking to continue on the streak in VCT Challengers Stage 1. So make sure to tune in for that. But that's
Okay, we play XSET this Saturday. That's what we
okay.
play. XSET
Okay.
at 1500 Central Time.
Okay. So 4 p.m. Eastern Standard
4
Time,
p.m. Eastern.
1 p.m. Pacific. Yes, Pacific time is what it's called. So keep an eye out for that. I'm not sure what's going to be streamed, but I assume the Valorant channel. I think that's where they were last time.
I think so.
So keep an eye out for that. We also have a bunch of League of Legends news. Do you want to talk about Academy first?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the academy team went
Two wins, one draw.
yeah. It was in a different part than when it was supposed
Two
to be looking at.
2-0s, 1-1
Yeah,
win
we
against Mortals.
beat Team Liquid and FlyQuest Academy 2-0s, and then we tied with Immortals Academy. I think overall the team played really well. Malice is, I think, really impressing me as a jungler. He's doing a lot of
Yeah.
crazy stuff, and he's bringing out these picks that not a lot of teams really seem to be kind of prepared for.
Yeah, I wonder if someone's gonna try and poach him for summer. Like TSM just said that Shen Yi was going to start playing academy matches, but not saying if they were replacing him. So, or no, speak as a jungler. Is Shen Yi the support?
Yes, Shenji's the support, Speak
Okay,
is the
I made that
jungler.
up. But for whether someone tries to poach him for summer or for next year, he seems like the real deal because he draws like two or three bans each game too. His Karthus is banned pretty much every game, but he gets
Wait,
those.
Speak is Karthus?
No,
Oh,
Malice.
Malice is Karthus.
Yeah, so
Okay,
Malice gets Karthus banned pretty much every game.
I got confused.
Then he pulls out Evelyn, Udyr, Hecarim. I think that that's his main trio besides um uh besides Karthus, and he's been playing him and winning a bunch of games now.
Yeah, he it looks like he's been doing really good. I I'm really impressed that he's able to like break out things like the Evelyn, because I don't think that like, oh, he picked Evelyn. I don't think Evelyn will be that good, impactful or anything. And then he's like killing everyone, doing a bunch of damage.
Oh yeah, and out farming the other
Yeah.
jungler too. It makes zero sense, but I'm here for it. Copy's been playing well. The only one who hasn't been playing that well is King, and I think that's just because he doesn't get as much
Yeah,
time.
he
Man,
doesn't get as much scrim time, yeah. Which I
yes.
think is understandable.
Uh,
But we're still winning a fair amount, so that's still kind of impressive.
oh yeah, I think it's like a what 80-20 block, something like that,
I think so.
split between him and Sven. So he still gets some time. I'm still surprised no one or him or Sven didn't go somewhere over the summer, but because it seems like a lot of salaries to pay.
Yeah. It
But that's okay.
it's their money, not ours. It's not a problem.
Exactly. Exactly. Um, so this week they do not have 3 games. They only play Thursday, Friday versus Dig Academy, and then 100 Thieves Academy. So 2 good matches, both at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure to tune into those if you are free, because they both should it should be fun.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a pretty fun weekend. The CLG match, I'm actually kind of interested in because they have.
Hold on. You're jumping ahead way too far.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so but before we go into next week, we should talk about last week first. Cloud9, our LCS squad went 1-1 against Team Liquid and Immortals. We can start with Team Liquid on Friday because I don't know if there's much to say about, or on Saturday, because I don't think there's much to say about the Immortals game on Sunday.
Yeah, the Immortals game was pretty open and shut. The Team Liquid match was really interesting because the comp that we drafted was actually kind of short range. Um, and Fudge wasn't on a support player, support champion like he has been this season. Um, they put him on Aurelia that game, which I found pretty interesting. I'm not sure like if that really works into Corki, because
He made it work.
he made it work. Like TL was like really short, like really long range though. And honestly, I think like the Rakan Jhin bot lane was just not it. I think that
They didn't play it well either.
no, they like Winsome and Berserker both were like early game they were kind of getting too far forward, and I think they underestimated just how well Jinx and Thresh work together. With as soon as Thresh lands the hook, he plays into the grenade, so you just can't jump to anyone for safety. And I think Berserker was a little too cocky, and he got caught out some. So that kind of already put us at a deficit.
Yeah, it really hurt having our bot lane die like 4 times in 10 minutes. I know a lot of people might talk about Blabber's Karthus ult, but I think what affected the game more was our bot lane getting absolutely clapped.
Yeah, I think the early game definitely, they put Hansama like in a really comfortable spot to do a lot of damage early. I think to be fair though, we pretty much had that game until we just had some really cocky like um positioning errors. Like really that's all it was, because Blabber was mispositioned a few times where his ult got canceled thanks to Bopo's Gragas, and Summit kind of stepped forward once defending a turret and he died. And that put everyone at a disadvantage. I think the positioning mistakes, I think along with just us being really short range, like Jhin doesn't have a lot of range and Aurelia doesn't, and Karthus doesn't, and Aatrox doesn't. It makes it kind of difficult when you're going up against a Corki that can poke, and you have, I think, maybe easier engage tools with Gragas and Thresh than, you know, really all you have is Rakan, and then you can, if Fudge can land an Aurelia stun, go in, but Aurelia's stun's kind of hard to land. So I think Team Liquid just had an easier comp, along with them having a okay lead early on. But I was surprised that we were able to bounce back and pretty much have the game sewn up until we did some positional errors at the end.
Yeah, there wasn't much of a reason for us to be in the game after Berserker and Winsome got murdered bot lane a few times. So I think the strength of the comp itself, what and how they played it was what got us back into the game. The Jhin ult into Karth assault was a pretty good combo for Summit and Fudge to take advantage of to like soft engage. So um overall I'm not too fussed about it. Like out of all the mistakes that were made, like you can learn how to not card assault in vision and such. So I do think that Bwipo played a really good game outside of lane, and if not for him, I think that game would have been a slaughter for us.
Yeah, I think if they didn't have Gragas, so he could easily cancel Blabber's ultimate and get people out of position, I think we would have won, just due to how Karthus scaling works and everything. But yeah, I'm not too beat up about it either. Actually, I think you know we also lost pretty early in the season, so it's a really good way to look at kind of how we messed up and how we can how we can improve for next time.
Oh yeah, and to add on to it, I bet everyone on that roster besides Ayla cost more per year than all of our guys. So
I could see it.
maybe not Summit. So it's not like we lost to like CLG or something. Like this was a squad built to win NA spring and summer due damage at MSI and do damage at Worlds. So um, the fact that we barely lost, I think, is a good testament to our ability to play new compositions and throw
Yeah.
wrenches
I
in other people's
agree.
games.
I think also just our ability to we're picking up champions that we really don't have a lot of experience on, which I find very interesting. You know, because we're like Fudge has only played like Soraka maybe a handful of times. You know, like against Immortals, Summit played Malphite, and he like apparently almost never plays Malphite.
I don't blame him. He's pretty boring.
No, yeah. So it's interesting that we're picking up these champions, and I think it also has a bit of a surprise factor. But I think we're doing a really good job so far, and I think the drafts have been really interesting. And I'm really agreeing with like most of the draft points that Ellis has made for the most part, so far.
And I think it's fun to watch like compositions that are different than it than like the meta, because I bet like in 3 of the 5 games it was Victor Corky, then the other game Corky was banned out, so
Oh yeah,
Victor's here, then
I hate the
Gwen
quirky meta.
Gragas or Gwen Graves for 3 games. So it is nice to see something new for once, because NA gets stale quite a bit.
Yeah, I think we're definitely at least shaking things up and giving people new matchups to watch instead of just, oh, it's another quirky game. So our games are definitely some of the must watch kind of games out there,
Oh,
which
I
is
think
really
so.
exciting.
I think a lot of teams are looking at us just to like see how we're drafting and playing, because I think it's making a difference for once. Like someone doing is something outside of the quote unquote meta.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Um, I guess we can run through the Mortals game really quick. I think the biggest surprise. What do you think it was? Malphite or Zillion?
I was kind of surprised by the Malphite. I didn't expect someone to pick Malphite.
Yeah, I think that too.
Especially landing in the Jace. On paper, Jace should kind of win since Malphite
Oh yeah,
can't do much until he gets his six. Gets his ultimate. But they literally did nothing for top lane, so Summit just got to farm until he hit 6, and he got his cloth armors, and then Revenge can do anything. I do think Fudge played really, really well on Zillion. He kind of low key carried the game with his how he did his bomb placements and everything.
yeah. I think the hypest part of the game was him flashing for no reason in bot lane
He
at
like
the end.
flashed
That's pretty
in
hype.
place.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome and funny. Um, I thought how Zillion's bombs work with Malphite is pretty busted for
Oh yeah, you
damage,
can put a bomb on him and then he charges in. Yeah,
and then bomb again.
yeah.
So that was
It's
pretty
your bomb
strong.
delivery system. It's very effective.
I thought he did a really good job in lane 2, like keeping Eevee in farm, because Zillion's impossible to farm with. I feel like I used to play him a bit, and it's so hard to farm under turret and use your bombs and such to farm. Like for I think like 6 levels, and then Lost Chapter, and then it's not bad. But until then, his autos are so awkward.
Yeah, I can definitely see it. Uh, Fudge played pretty well into Power of Evil, which I think maybe some people had some questions about. But he did a really good job. A lot of people were kind of memeing that Power of Evil is just doing what he usually does, which is farm up a lot and just lose.
Oh yeah, and Blabber had a fine game. Win some was fine. I think overall it was a pretty comprehensive beatdown. To be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah. I have to say it was a pretty open and shut case.
Yeah. So after last week, we're sitting tied for top of the standings with 5 total teams. So 5 teams are 3-1. And this week we play 2 games against CLG and TSM, who have a combined 0 wins, both sitting at 0-4.
Yeah,
So
I
the
think it's kind
Saturday
of
game is first CLG at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then Sunday is first TSM at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we can start with CLG.
yeah. The CLG game should be fun. They have a really fun roster. They haven't won a game yet, but I think it could be maybe a bit of a trap game just because we'll probably be trying to prepare a lot more for TSM, um, and that'll make it a bit more difficult, maybe. But I think we should be able to win. I mean, on paper, our roster is just a lot stronger than theirs. I will say Contracts can have one of those bright and shiny moments where he does like just crush it and do really well.
Oh yeah, and he can also shit the bed too. But honestly, his supporting cast is pretty bad too, so it's not all on him either. But
Yeah,
I think realistically, this is a game that we should beat them pretty easily. It should just be a weekend of 2 Immortals games back to back. I think the exciting game is TSM, but I think CLG might honestly have a better squad, so it might be a tougher game in that sense.
oh really? I
I
um
don't know. They both kind of suck.
I mean, I think that TSM is still trying to figure things out, and they're just struggling with how to get everyone on the same page and performing the way they need to. You know, TSM, I don't know. I think I haven't seen a lot of their games, but it seems like they're just struggling to like overcome
Be
a lot of
good.
the issues with playing with their imported players that they got for the season, and that's causing a lot of issues. Um, I assume after being 0-4, they're probably going to be working really hard to try and prepare for us. So I think we still need to be careful and try and make sure we play well and are prepared because I think they could surprise us and get a win off us if we're not careful.
Oh yeah, that's true. They have Immortal or yeah, sorry, Immortals Progressive on Saturday, so I think they will have a shot on that day. It sounds like a Shen Yi is playing in academy. They didn't specify if he was being subbed out or if he was just playing both for a week or two. So I'm not quite sure what to expect, but I imagine he's just been not up to par, and he's probably not out of the only one. Oh, did you see TSM's game last week?
I didn't get to watch all of it.
Versus Golden Guardians, I think it was.
I heard it was like in some really dumb
It
like
was
back
a
and forth
shit show
game.
in a good way.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, I think it was this game. Fun game.
Yeah, it seemed like everyone was trying to just throw the game.
Well, yeah, it is TSM now, so it be like that sometimes. But I do think they are going to be fighting for a win. I also wouldn't be surprised if they prepared more for Immortals on Saturday to try and snag a win and break their record
Yeah, I
right
think I
now.
think at this point for TSM and I guess also for CLG, they're at a point where they need to just get whatever whatever wins they can. So you you have to kind of just get as prepared as you can for whatever.
Oh yeah. So I would say that's the higher profile match. Speak Speak is always a threat with Blabber. Tactical is obviously capable of being a good ADC. So I think it's going to be up to those two to try and find a win against us. But I honestly still think that we're just better than both teams, and it should be like in Immortals game or a repeat. I think what is going to be more exciting is to see the drafts too. I wouldn't be surprised to see us go more meta against CLG, play like Victor or something if he's open, kind of thing. Just to keep it out there that he can still play Victor.
Yeah, I can see that. I think that we definitely have more synergy. It'll be curious to see if it will be a similar thing of our games thus far where um they kind of have a an early game where the other team is kind of taking a lot and we're kind of at a tiny deficit. But then once we hit our first item spikes, then we kind of turn it on and take more control of the game. Or if we're going to try and be a bit more proactive in the early game and try to get control of it a little sooner.
Yeah. I don't know what TSM's game plan is going to be, but I would like to see Summit play Jace before NA ruins him.
Or NA ruins him with his NAJs.
So I would like to see that this weekend. Maybe we can do like a Jace Ezreal quirky combo or something for Super Poke. Have Poppy or something as a counter engage or something. So I think of quote unquote off meta picks. I think we've pretty much pulled all of them out that have been like alluded to. Karthus wasn't that surprising. I feel like since Malice plays it all the time. Maybe an Evelyn or something, or a Zed jungle. Not sure. So
Yeah, maybe. I honestly don't know.
I don't know. What do you expect? Do you think we're gonna win?
I think we'll probably have another two a week. With how both teams are playing, I think at least on paper we should be able to win. Especially if we don't have any mistakes like we did in the TL game where we're just kind of standing in a bad spot for no reason or being overconfident uh, with what we're doing. I think we should be able to win pretty easily. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Me too. Realistically, if it was played on paper, it should just be two pretty straightforward wins. Maybe Fudge plays a newer champion for him, like Azir LeBlanc on stage. Maybe we'll get
Oh,
to
I'd love to see him play some more control mages. Yeah.
yeah, Oriana, which he's done before just fine. I think I just wanted to see him play some mid lane champs, like some like some classical mid lane champs once this weekend, just so we can get some games down on it. But if LS really thinks that he doesn't have to, then I guess uh, he doesn't. But come Worlds time, I feel like being able to play Azir, Oriana, um, stuff like that is good to be able to do. But he's gotten by just fine so far. Um, and if we do pull out something like that, I could see us maybe dropping a game. But I feel like both these teams are weak enough that it really shouldn't matter, and we should just go 2-0.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Do you have anything else to add about that?
I don't think so.
Cool. So 2-2-0s. No reason that we should lose. Do you want to sign us out then? I guess.
Yeah. Thanks for listening to Bodied. As always, be sure to follow us on Twitter at C9Bodied, and we'll see you again next time.
Bye, guys.